Welcome back to our celebration of 50 years of Cape May MAC. I want to talk a little bit about how MAC makes money and what we do with that money. We have many functions, such as the music festival that I talked about last week, that is extremely grant friendly. And tickets to the music festival only cover about 10% of the cost of that. Then we also have many special activities on the grounds and our trolley tours that do tend to be in the profit area of our existence. And that money is used to help fund our educational outreach. This is something we're really extremely proud of because we are taking our programs out into the public and giving particularly school kids, thousands of them, the educational experience of learning about music in the period of history, art, and all the many things. We also bring them to the Physick Estate for tours of the Physick Estate, which they really enjoy, but climbing the lighthouse is certainly one of their more favorite things. We also do quite a few programs for adults, and our lectures have started and continue from midweek of Victorian Week, when we always went into restoration lessons for people restoring Victorian houses. And one of the best lectures we ever had was Roger Moss from Philadelphia, who's the known expert on Victorian paint colors. Our real hope was to get people to stop painting their houses purple, pink, fire engine red, baby blue, bumblebee yellow, and use those softer, earthy colors that the Victorians like, as you do see on our Physick Estate, which is painted in its original colors after great research. Those lectures also included things like stenciling, graining of wood surfaces, and we used our kitchen at the Physick House as a demonstration as to how you get a grained finish using paint and feathers to put it on. These are all really popular. But one of our lecturers, Elon Zygmunt Leaf, said, I'd like to do a program on drugs and sex in the 19th century. Well, we thought that would be probably a pretty interesting thing. The audience was sold out. It was like 3 times as many people who came to hear that versus how to paint a Victorian house. We joked and said, you know, maybe we should have all of our lectures with drugs, sex, and stenciling in the 19th century as a way to draw a big audience. Obviously, that didn't happen. One of the new programs that has been launched is our Lunch and Learn. And this really appeals to many of the retirees, the older population of Cape May, where they bring their lunch, usually have it in one of the church halls, and we always have a speaker talking about many different things that you want to learn about, know about, history of Cape May, any topic is possible. I was all prepared to give a talk on the history of bicycling when the pandemic started, so that's why I sneaked a little bit of that into one of my early lectures on bicycle history in Cape May. Now, Miles Martell, one of our former MAC board members, came up with the idea of another program called Lessons of History. And we started this with him being our first lecturer, talking about when he was a speech writer and corrector and coach for Ronald Reagan, President Ronald Reagan, and has gone on from there to be a consultant in that field. And we are hoping this fall to have one on Give 'em Hell Harry, presented from Harry Truman's grandson. Stay tuned for updates on that. Visit our new website. We'll keep you advised as to things that are going on. Well, to end on education, you are going to be tested on these things, so you will get some questions about walking sticks and canes, and I just wanted to show you one more that was the first cane that I bought. It's obviously a stick, part of a tree, that had a vine wrapped around it that was carved into a rattlesnake, and it says on it, Rocky Mountain Rattler, Tom. So how could I not buy it? My first of my cane collection, I now have about 80, and maybe one of the carriage house exhibits will be all those, as well as other collections in Cape May. So join me again for my final lecture, number 15 video. I've covered just about everything in this museum to give you a highlight, but do remember, come see it. It's wonderful how every year is highlighted with all the different things that happened during that year. And I've watched a lot of people go through it, and they really get a great sense of what we've accomplished over all that time. See you soon again.